Hi, welcome. Let me start by sharing one of my favorite poems from Rumi. It's called The Guest House. I bet you've heard it before. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all. Even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture, still treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door, laughing, and invite them in. Ah, welcoming all emotions. This is not easy for us. And the question that I pose today is, can negative emotions actually be helpful? And I'm finding out more and more that they are indeed helpful. So, emotions like anger and anxiety and shame and sadness and depression often get a bad rap. Let's face it, they're not things that we really want to feel or deal with. And if we look at these tough feelings as actually a part of our internal guidance system, like an internal GPS that's there to protect us and help us, then maybe we're more apt to welcome them. And so, one of the things that I've learned is if you just unpack each one of them, like for example, there's a purpose for all emotions, but the ones that we don't really like to welcome into our house, especially, we don't really want to find a purpose in them, but there is. So, for example, anger is a signal of unfairness, fear is warning of danger. Depression actually stops us and helps us if we let it. Shame and guilt often is placed there to right size us, and sadness has a way of cleansing us. So we always want to ask the emotion, sit with it, and ask, what are you trying to tell me or teach me? So sit with it and feel into the sensations of it and just be open to the guidance that that emotion could have for us. So, we're going to do a short meditation with this idea in mind. And I invite you to welcome every guest that shows up at your door. So, I invite you to close your eyes if you would, sit comfortably. And we'll start with just some breath to help down regulate and put us in a more comfortable, open, receptive place. Let the eyes close and just tune in to the tip of your nose, to the nostril entrance. And begin to feel your natural breath there. Just a little, perhaps sweet, cool sensation as you breathe in naturally. And warm sensation as you breathe out. And we'll just sit silently for a minute or so, watching the breath, feeling the breath, welcoming the breath. And let each breath guide you deeper into yourself, into this beautiful guest house of yours. Feeling the sensation of the breath move in and out. And coming deeper into presence through our senses. Notice your sense of sight, even with the eyes closed, the darkness under the eyelids, perhaps little glimmers of light. And then your sense of sound. What might you be hearing in your environment or through the computer? Take in any sounds that you hear. Notice any taste, any leftover taste in the mouth from something perhaps you drank or ate. Notice their sense of touch. How do your clothes feel draped against your skin? And your sense of smell. And then we open ourselves up to any guests that want to arrive in our house today, and any sensations that come along with those emotions. So sitting quietly, open and receptive to your internal wisdom, your internal GPS, which is a buffet of options, all of these beautiful emotions, joy, sorrow, guilt, shame, compassion, gratitude. As I mention these, notice if any one of them wants to take up residency, wants to visit you, or perhaps there's another one that I did not mention. Grief, depression, anger. Just let yourself sit for a few moments and see what visitors might come knocking at your door or might enter a side window and take a seat in your house. Notice how you meet it or greet it, or perhaps try to ignore it or push it away. Sitting with that, just very open. If it happens to be one of the emotions that you're not quite fond of, then notice if you can befriend it, if you can at least be curious to lean in and say, what is it that you're here to teach me? Keeping your awareness internal. Notice how the emotion might affect your body. If you feel a tightness anywhere, or a pain or discomfort, or maybe a sense of openness, freedom, just observe what feeling or sensation comes along with that emotion. Learn to be with whatever shows up, a sense of curiosity. All guests are welcome. Being aware of where your mind is at this moment, what thought or memory might be passing through. Being aware of how your physical body feels. How is your posture? Has the emotion caused you to sink or rise up? Perhaps there is a welling of tears in the eyes or a smile on the face. Just notice how the energy of the emotion might be affecting you. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all. Even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture, still treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door, laughing, and invite them in. Bring the hands together in front of the heart space and just take a moment to bow and acknowledge your courage to be open, to open the door to any visitor. I encourage you to show up again, perhaps tomorrow, and do this meditation again and see the visitor changes and what you might learn. Namaste. Thank you, my friends. I hope you enjoyed that short meditation.